Good day and welcome aboard, everyone. My name is HarleyTrek and these are the voyages. I hope today finds you well, my friends. I cannot complain much at all. It is well, I wouldn't say it's a lovely spring day, but it is a day. The sun has parted the clouds once again for the first time in, say a week. Here in North Georgia and Southeast Tennessee, somebody better be building an ark. And somebody better be bashing bad drivers over the heads with them. Pulled right out in front of me. Thank you very kindly, you dum-dum. But I shall not let that ruin my day. Cashier says it is 59 degrees. I'm not sure that I believe him. There's a definite nip in the air, and I've got all my helmet vents closed and got my leather chaps on, and almost put the soft fairing covers on, or the soft covers on, but I just didn't. A little bit lazy. I had to put air in his tires anyway, and that takes an act of God to find the damn stem and be able to reach it. You feel my pain, I know you do. I thought about I'd seen some valve extensions at Harley one day sometime back that you screw onto the valve stem, and then it a little hose about 3 or 4 inches long that kicks the inlet outward so you can get to the darn thing and put air in it. But I didn't get them because I thought they were a little pricey, and I have yet to find them anywhere. Amazon doesn't know what the heck I'm talking about. Or something, it's a permanent installation, and I don't want that. But anyway, I digress. Top tip for the day, check your tire pressure. Cash had sit for a little bit, and he was down 5 pounds in both tires, and that is not good, especially if you're used to your bike handling a certain way and it feels a little squishy when you get out on the road and things are not quite right. Well, 9 times out of 10 your tires are underinflated, and especially if you hadn't taken your bike out in several months, then it's definitely the time to check that. Follow your checklist that you learned in your MSF course. I can't speak today. And take a moment to check your ride over and make sure that there is nothing that's going to go wrong on you on the road, because that would be a bad end to a perfect day. I don't know about perfection for today, ladies and gentlemen, but I think it's close enough. Heck, it's close enough to get the bike out, so why not? Tomorrow the rains return, the temperature drops, and we're back in the clutches of winter, which is this is getting old, folks. Any of you in the area who are, although I think all of Georgia's involved, saw a video by Chase on Two Wheels yesterday on YouTube, and he was bemoaning the fact that he has not had time to ride either because of the weather. He's got other things going. I think he mentioned that the motovlogs are the last thing on his list these days, and I don't know what I think about that. Do what you want to do with your own channel, but if you're a motovlog channel, then do motovlogs, okay? At least once in a while. But I digress there as well. I don't. His wrecked bike rebuild series is wearing old. For me, I'm not going to enter to win one of his wrecked bikes. I have one that is not wrecked, at least not critically wrecked. So I think I'll stick with that. Thank goodness he's got a real mechanic working on him now. I can say that. I definitely wouldn't have bought the first one, but that's neither here nor there. Or entered to win the first one. Engage. Well, that was a nice little run up through the gears. They get me away from the ding-dongs behind me. We're just going to ride a bit. I'm not sure where I'm going. Well, actually, I'm going nowhere. Absolutely, positively nowhere. Thought I'd get out and blow out the pipes, as they say. A little stir crazy up in the house for 2 or 3 days, and I needed to get outside or else I was going to absolutely go mad. Love my house, but sometimes too much is too much of anything, even a good thing. I'm just spouting parables today, or proverbs, or whatever you want to call them. Last week, I posted the video that precedes this one, HarleyTrek 113, I actually shot 2 videos that day, one going to where I was going and one coming back. And as the consummate YouTube professional that I am, I seem to have deleted the footage from the second video. And that really cheeses me because I can't recreate them the way I created them in the first place. Yep, whoop, yep, that was it. And darn it, I'm going to shoot it again. Gosh darn it. So, I can't believe I did that. That really cheeses me off. But anyway, I gotta have a little story to share with you, a little anecdote, if you will. Sometime last week, I got a phone call. I usually screen my phone calls, but now that I'm searching for employment, I have to answer every one, regardless of how strange the phone number may seem. And you know, that gets under my skin too. Everybody thinks you've got nothing better to do than to listen to them try to sell you something. They usually hang with me until I tell them I'm unemployed and I don't have a nickel to my name. That usually ends the conversation pretty quickly. I may continue to use that, actually. Who knows? But I had a gentleman call me. Turned out he was from Harley-Davidson. I'm going, well, what, pray tell, would Harley-Davidson want with little old me? And we began the conversation. Quite nice gentleman, I will say. That for a salesman, he wasn't all that bad. But asked me how I was enjoying my 2017 Street Glide Special, and I said I was loving it, and him, although that sounds a bit strange for those of you who don't, never mind. Anyway, I said I was enjoying it quite nicely, thank you very kindly, and he went on to ask about his condition, and I know all of you have received these phone calls, but he caught me in an unusually good mood, so I decided I'd just play along. And is he still in good shape? I said, yes, he is. He'd asked how many miles. I said, just about 10,000. I hadn't cracked 10 grand at the time. And, oh, good. And he says, well, you know, your local dealership is hard-pressed for their inventory on quality used motorcycles. And we were wondering if you could come by and we could perhaps talk you in, or if the numbers worked, could we get you into or onto the 2019? And, you know, this is all for my benefit because, you know, they're in desperate need of used motorcycles to sell. Of course, we all know how that works out. And I said, well, actually, the 2019s don't really have that much to attract me. In fact, I think the whole murdered out theme is atrocious. I don't much care for it myself. I believe a motorcycle should have chrome on it, and the more chrome the better. I don't care if I have to spend an entire day polishing that stuff up, but when I take him out, people look. You know, I don't care for several things about several of the models, and I'm not going to go into a hate speech on this. We ride what we ride because we like it, and I don't care if you like it this way or that way, you know, but gosh darn it, I have the right to ride what I want to ride, and it look how I want it to look. So that's that, and that's over. But I said, well, mine is paid off, and you're going to pry this motorcycle from my cold dead hands to get him. And he paused a beat, and he says, well, I guess that says that. I said, yes, sir. I just paid this motorcycle off, and I will ride this motorcycle for the rest of my life, God willing. And you know, you're barking up the wrong tree. I apologize for wasting your time, but no deal. And he chuckled again. He said, well, I can understand that, not a problem. He says, I hope you have a good day, and you know, keep the shiny side up. I said, thank you, sir, and you too, and off he went. But you know, these are, well, at least for me, I can't speak for everyone, and for most of the guys I know, these motorcycles are a recreational vehicle. We are fortunate to be able to afford the luxury of having a motorcycle such as these, and you know, they come at a premium. And while I've gone through, well, actually I've had very few motorcycles. This is my third bike. You remember Betty? She was an 05 Ultra Classic. And of course I still have my first bike. That's old DB, the 2005 883 Sportster XL. And I'm quite happy with what I have, and you know, I have been fortunate, both in past career placements and my ability to save some money and make some money. Motorcycle Wave, yeehaw! First one for 2019. And I'm fortunate to have one of these things in the garage, and but for Harley to dig around and trying to drum up business. Now it is the slow season. Don't get me wrong. I understand how you know, sales are down and salesmen get hungry and all that stuff. But you know, don't pester me looking for a trade-in, because if I wanted one, I'd be down there talking to you. Now I will say that I really enjoy the relationship I've had with my home dealership now. That's Mountain Creek Harley-Davidson in Dalton, Georgia. The Chattanooga dealer, who last I dealt with on the motorcycle purchase, was under another ownership. It was then Thunder Creek Harley-Davidson, now White Lightning. I can't say I'm much fond of the new moniker, but hey, to each their own. It's not my business. They were less than caring when I bought a bike, and basically says, well, here you go, out the door you go, done and done. Of course, I did not buy a new one. There is at least I have observed, a marked difference in treatment from dealerships when buying a used versus a new motorcycle. I was almost hauled around the dealership on a sedan chair when I was buying cash. I was taken around and introduced to every single person that was on duty that day. They don't have a bell, which I find reprehensible to ring when you buy the thing. I got no horn salute. I got nothing but a handshake and a come back and see us soon, which I guess was alright. I was too excited to really care at the time. But you know, I really don't know where I was going with that. I guess I'm distracted by the sunshine and the scenery. Things are starting to bud here in the North Georgia area, and it won't be soon, or it won't be long, before my allergies will start complaining, and then everything will be covered in a fine green mist of pollen, and I'll be wiping everything down every day. And actually, Cash needs a bath. Cash needs a bath bad. The last time he was bathed was before the Motovloggers retreat in Tazewell, Tennessee, with Bronco Ride, Moose 3971, and Oris 128. I've chatted with those guys off and on the past few months, and keeping my spirits up and all that. And I tell you, if Bronco Ride gets one more piece of Custom Dynamics equipment on his bike, they're going to have to change the name from a Harley-Davidson to a Custom Dynamics Street Glide Special. In all fun, Colin, I do like the new Batwing lights. I don't know how they would work on mine, being white, with that tape. The tape looks like it's black, but you did a great job on the install and a great job on the video recounting the install, and I will say it does look sharp. Drop an anchor. But it's a beautiful ride out today. Actually, it's starting to feel a little bit warmer, or else I'm going numb. Either way, I'll take it. I can't spend a whole lot of time out riding this afternoon. Mama, who has appointed herself my gardener, has decided that the great myrtles inside of my house need a good whacking today, and since it's going to rain tomorrow, I have to get back to help her with the whacking. Man, there's no stopping that woman. North of 60, and she ain't slowed down a lick. I hope I'm misfortunate. Oh, there you go. There's Bradford Fairs. Mike 87. Oh my goodness. Got a couple of trips coming up in June-ish, I think. I forget which one is first. It's a West Virginia trip I've been invited to join, and there's another one. Good Lord. Well, I guess we're talking about the Hootenanny 2019. I don't think we've settled on destinations for that yet. And honestly, Although the heart is willing, the wallet may be weak. When those roll around, I may or may not be able to attend. And if I'm working, God help me to make it so that may not have the opportunity to take time off. I won't have any time accrued for vacation. I won't have, if I do take time off, most employers will not pay you. They'll give you the time off begrudgingly, but they'll say, well, sorry, Clyde, you ain't got no money paid up, saved up, so you don't have to do that on your own nickel. And that I don't know that I can do. So, I'll preface everything with saying, well, I hope to, but I don't know that I can. And that was my turn that I didn't take. But so what? I'll go down here, turn around, come back out. Entering Ringgold, Georgia. Not a bad place down here. I usually come through here when I'm heading to Dalton to the dealership anyway, because when I want to take a more leisurely pace, a lot of times I'm running tight or late or both, and I have to get there with a quickness, and I take off down the interstate with a quickness. But today is just roaming. I ain't got to find myself anywhere special anytime soon, so here we are. And I'm going to turn around here in a little bit. Actually, I think I'm going to get me something to drink because I'm a bit parched, and that map code looks like the perfect place to do it. Let's see, I don't think I can turn in that way either. Good Lord, oh, no, I can. Anyway, this has been at least for this part of the video, a bunch of rambling nonsense, and for that I apologize. I thought I had a topic in mind, and I think it left me and wandered off somewhere. Much like my thoughts these days, I'm finding it more and more difficult to keep a coherent thought in my head, and I don't know why that is. Either it's the lack of using my brain at all, or I'm just finally going senile. It could be either one or both, or a combination of all 6 of them. Wait, 6? Okay. But anyway, my friends, I'll be back in just a minute, and if I don't catch you back, then just write them if you got them, and live long and prosper.